What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, taking a look at the new Rescue Ace archetype. I'm a little late to the party. I think this news came out yesterday, but it was. I think it's worth making commentary about. I saw a little bit about these cards. I saw one card, like as I was reading through them a little bit, and I'm like, oh, okay, like that's okay, that's pretty decent. And there's one card on here that I think will blow your mind. But okay, we'll go ahead and go right through it. It's a lot of them. It's a full-fledged archetype, so it's not something they're going to release like slowly over time. They're like, hey, here is this new deck that will only get better with time, as you'll see soon. But Rescue Ace Impulse, so they're fire warriors. So I think the equip spell for not Ice Sold, but there's one that searches fire warriors. I think that's pretty cool. Are they all Fire Warriors? Fire Warrior. Machine. So the smaller ones can be searched. Okay. Cool beans. 1500 attack, 1500 defense. The machine one. Oh. Machine duplication? Right? I'm getting way ahead of myself. I feel like I'm going full ADHD here. But okay, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. During your main phase, you can target one. You can make the one effect monster your opponent controls with the highest attack, your choice if tied, unable to activate its effects on the field this turn. Not bad going second, right? It gives you at least a going second option of some sort. It can bait out some interruption. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, you contribute this card from your hand or field, especially when one machine Rescue Ace monster from your deck. Cool enough, right? Like, you can normal summon this. Like, let's say that for like a very specific example, like Baron de Fleur is on the board, or Chi Xiao, you can normal summon this, and then I'm guessing this is an activated effect, right? It has to be. So you activate this, targeting Baron, they chain to negate. So when they do that, you just chain this again. So quick effect, tribute the card, especially when an ace from your deck, which is awesome. So this is actually a pretty good start. It's better than I thought it was on first glance. But that is for going second. But I mean, if your opponent like ashes or something like that, you could also do that. Especially if you have a card like you're trying to special one from the deck, they ash it, and then you can just do this anyways. You just tribute this card from your hand. A lot of versatility, but mainly like a really good effects for that blind. Now you're not going to blind second, but you have to be able to break boards, and this is going to help you do that. So this is a level 4 Fire Warrior effect. 1700. It's decent, I guess, for level 4. You can only use the first and second effects once per turn. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Rescue Ace spell from your deck to your hand. Okay, like Magician's Souls is always a good thing. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, a quick effect, you contribute this card from your hand or field, special summon a Rescue Ace monster from your hand. It's not bad. I'm assuming like one of the field spells is going to give you an additional normal summon. So like you could like search this, and then if you had this in your hand, like you can search the field spell. Because I think I saw that. I'm pretty sure it gives you an extra normal. I don't know if it's just for tributing or for it's extra, but otherwise, yeah, which is pretty neat. So this one's not bad either. Also, like you just get to do this all the time, like during your opponent's turn when they play, you just activate these effects and you just special summon. So you just get to play during your opponent's turn, which is insane. Like right off the get-go. I want to look up machine duplication real quick. I forget the exact text. Literally just used it to special summon out Cyber Dragon like 50 times, so I don't even know what its actual effect is. I think it's less than target one machine monster you control with 500 less attack. So yeah, technically, right? But we'll see if it's even worth it. Like, what are you going to do with level 1s? I don't know. But your opponent cannot target this card for attacks with card effects while you control a Rescue Ace monster other than this card. I was going to say, if you have 2 out, can you just like lock your opponent out of attacking? It's kind of interesting. All right, but you can activate one click play spell or trap the turn it was set by your Rescue Ace effect. Are any of these tuners? Because like, why is this just like a random level 1? It's kind of weird. I feel like maybe that's going to set it up for the future. During your main phase, you can add one Rescue Ace monster from your deck to your hand, except a copy of itself. So this one searches spells. This one searches monsters. The first one special summons monsters from deck. That's okay, sure, why not? It's definitely not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, you want to be able to search out your monsters. All of them search, which is great. Just plussing, plussing, plussing. I think that's the biggest takeaway so far. Okay, so we're getting to the bigger ones now. These are the machine ones. Rescue Ace Fire Attacker. Level 6 Fire Machine Effect Monster. 2222. You only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. If a Rescue Ace monster other than a copy of itself is normal or special summoned to your field, you can special summon this card from your hand. Cool beans. If a card is added to your opponent's hand except by drawing, you can draw 2 cards and send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. I don't know. I mean, a free body, right? Always a good thing. It does depend on your opponent a little bit. Searching is obviously very common, but if they were like to hit you with like Dark Ruler, you know what I mean? I don't know. This one's kind of. I don't know if there's a way. I don't know if there's a card in here that makes each player draw a card, or like if you'd even try to play something like that just to include this. But it doesn't. I mean, that doesn't seem necessarily like the best card in the deck. Rescue Ace Fire Engine, level 7 Fire Machine. Fire machines. I feel like that's really weird, but 2500, 2500. You can only use a first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If a Rescue Ace monster other than a copy of itself is normal or special summoned to your field, you can special summon this card from your hand. Great. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower ace monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. See that, like, I talk about, like, depending on your opponent. Like, this is, like, pretty obvious for searching, but, like, your opponent's going to special summon to play the game. None of them have disruption just quite yet, though, so it's like there's no value out of the. Well, I guess they all have quick effects, right? That tribute themselves. I'll be like the thing is like it's gonna come down to like where does the interruption come from? Because that's you get to do stuff. Like there's no doubt that this is really good at doing things and stuff. Let's see, but this is the card that's just like okay. Rescue Ace Turbulence. That's cool. 3000, 3000, pretty nice. You can only use the first, second, and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. You can banish 2 Rescue Ace monsters from your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. Pretty easy, like, to bring these out, of course. You can link them off, you can do whatever. Okay, during your main phase... What? You can set up to 4 Rescue Ace quick play spells and or normal traps with different names directly from your deck. It's just like, okay, F it. No restrictions. +4. So that's an effect. Yeah? Like I think we can all agree that this is one of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And if they ever get like really good stuff, I don't know what these do yet, but can you imagine? Like I don't know that I just can't conceptualize this. And it's up to, you don't have to set 4. So if you only play like a small amount and you draw them, you can set as many as you want. That's just, I don't even know what to say. Like, yeah, okay. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! +4s for 1 card. If like, another card you control leaves a field by an opponent's card effect, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. And yeah, if that's on the field, this can't be beat over. Sure, like it goes +4, but it has other effects too, because why not? Like, gotta appreciate that. So if they like get over anything, or like I don't know, kaiju, probably not. Like they wouldn't kaiju this necessarily. Like this is just a really good card. So this is like definitely the hype of the deck. It's definitely worth hyping. There's no way you can't just say like this has potential to be like the most insane card. Rescue Ace Headquarters. Of course, there's a field spell. Rescue Ace monsters you control gain 500 attack defense while your opponent controls a monster. Ridiculous. Why not? During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Rescue Ace monster in addition to your normal summon. Pretty cool. And then once per turn, you can target up to 4 of your Rescue Ace cards that are banished. Wow, it's just ridiculous. Or in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, draw 1. Because you're going to go through your plays. You banish 2. So like you're probably going to be able to do like so much. I don't know if there's any extra deck plays necessarily that you're like going towards right now. That's just going to come with time. People play testing, obviously. But it's It's just really good that you can do that, and you just like bring everything back because they all have quick effects, and then you draw a card and you just keep playing during your opponent's turn. Very nice. So this is Rescue. It's always treated as a Rescue Ace card. Sure, you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Target one Rescue Ace monster in your graveyard, or if you control Hydrant, you could target one card in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it. So potential little steal of your opponent's monsters, which can be good for like Snow, kind of. You can at least trigger Snow twice, at the very least. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Or like a myriad of other things, like Eldritch perhaps, yeah? Your opponent like sends, tries to get rid of like maybe your big boss monster, you have one other ace in your hand, and you have it set, and they try to use Golden Land effect to put something into the graveyard, add it to their hand, and you just steal it. So, lots of applications here, or you can just special summon your monster. So this is a good one to set off of it, obviously, which is what it's designed for, but sometimes Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Konami makes bad cards. Always treated as a rescue card. This is Alert! You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Add one Rescue Ace monster from your graveyard to your hand, or if you control Hydrant, you can add a Rescue Ace monster from your deck instead. So Hydrant's the boss monster, yeah? No. Interesting. Okay. So all of these plays are facilitated through Hydrant. I thought this was Hydrant, but it's not. Huh. So it's like, all right, like you got this on, like this is just kind of like your floodgate. Sort of. It can't be targeted, so it can't be impermed. Well, you have to have another monster, but sure. I mean, that's definitely something, and you probably get to add it to your hand. I just wasn't expecting that. I wasn't thinking the level 1. So do you play Machine Duplication? You just get a bunch of these guys out, and then you put them in the graveyard, and then you can banish them, bringing them out. Like, I'm starting to see that a lot. I'm starting to understand like a lot more how that could be really good, actually, the Machine Duplication. It's always treated as an ace card. This is Contain. If you control a Rescue Ace monster, target one effect monster your opponent controls, and it cannot attack. Its effects are negated. Also, if you control Hydrant, it cannot be used as material for a few... I kind of get it, right? Because it's like the Hydrant is what fuels their like rescue or something. It's just kind of silly, but it's cool. It cannot be used as material for a fusion, sync, or exceed, or link summon. These effects last until the end of this turn. So good disruption. Maybe you play one. The field spell's monsters, right? It's not card. No, it's cards. Oh my goodness. I always feel like I overreact for these things, but I feel like I'm underreacting right now. Because you just use this. You shuffle back. And then you can just set it again. So you play one copy of this. It's searchable from the deck. And getting to this is very easy. Wow. Okay. I mean, this is all very good stuff. Oh, Gizmek. Interesting. I wonder why this is in there. Maybe it's just like random news. This is Extinguish. Always treated as a Rescue Ace card. If you control Rescue Ace monster, target one effect monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you... Okay. And if you control Hydrant this turn, your opponent cannot activate the effects of the destroyed monster as well as monsters with the same original name. It's a pop. Oh, wow. No, that's true, actually. It's like an imperm destruction. Okay, so you're just playing two copies, right? Maybe you're just playing one copy each of these. So it's just like 4 slots. You always try to go into this, set 4, use their effects, shuffle them back with a field spell, activate this again, so you're getting a potentially a steal from your opponent's graveyard. You are getting an add to the hand. You are getting a imperm that locks them out of using the card for the rest of the turn, and then you get another destruction imperm, and you like they can't use their effects. Wow. Okay. Like, I feel like when I looked at this at first glance, I didn't realize how, like, insane this is. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. But other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.